Go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say, indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. To those who are joining in the past, to those who are joining in the future, to those who are joining right now, I say greetings. Today's stream topic is about being the person people want to talk to, right? It kind of got inspired by positivity. It was a conversation me and Christian had with one another, where he was saying to me, "Good morning, Joy." He was saying to me that he admires slash can always count on. That was his right exact words. He can always count on me being me, right? And I do try to be a positive person. I try to see the best in things. I try to see the best in people. And hearing that from him in that moment felt like a very significant truth kind of vibe, right? Like I'm not always the most positive person, right? Nobody is technically always feeling positively about things, right? And then with what I've been going through, with the way I've been feeling over the last few weeks, hearing him say something like that to me, it felt very important. And it felt important enough for me to want to talk about it on stream today. Hey, I see Giovanni is here too. Good morning. It's nice to have you here. So, taking up that role, realizing that not only do people have an opinion of you in the world, but that the opinion people can have of you in the world is a positive one. That they can have the opinion that you're going to try and make the world better. You're going to make them feel better. You're going to try and add to their quality of life instead of taking away from it. And it's interesting, right? Because right now, at this point in my experience, at this point in my own personal journey, I don't feel like a person people want to talk to, or what's the exact word? Yeah, I don't feel like I am the person that people want to talk to. I feel like I've been less than I can be. You know, and there's a bunch of reasons these things end up happening. Like we get emotional, we feel things, we experience difficulties in this life. We experience loss, and how we deal with that is unique to every single one of us. I had a little bit of a chat again with my dad today. One of his business partners, colleagues, lost his wife 2 nights ago. And the conversation was around how sudden that loss was, and how sudden loss can be very revealing of your character and of where you find yourself in your own emotional journey as well, right? And like I'm trying to attach it to today's stream topic of like being that positive person, that hopeful person, that loving person on the other side when someone else loses someone, right? How are you going to be? What perspective are you going to offer them to make them potentially feel a little bit better? And how can you play that role actively? And it's a difficult one because I feel like it's a lonely role as well, and it's pretty well known, right? It might even be a trope, but I still feel it's something that all of us are capable of doing. You friends have shown me how capable you are of doing that, of being people that people want to talk to, of being positive influences in life. And mine, Duck Dad, it's nice seeing you here, Brother Bear, Ezra, Susan's here too, sending you blessings. I think that's all for now. Duck Dad, yeah, Joy V, Chauvin. Good morning to all of you friends. You are in Itzhak. I want to talk to you so much that I come here every day. That's true, Duck Dad. And it's truly a blessing, Brother Bear. It's heavy as well, right? Because I that's what I want. I want to be offering conversations in this space that are beautiful enough, that are worthy enough, meaningful enough that you friends do want to come back for it. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you for coming back to it, Brother Bear. To all of you beloved friends, I send blessings. What's my intention for drinking some water? What energy do I want to put into it? Strength. The strength. It takes strength to be positive. It takes strength to put a smile on your face. It takes strength to show up for other people. Sam, it's nice seeing you. Missed you in yoga. Love is true. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I want to be a child again. This adulting thing is rough, yo. Y'all see. The stakes are real. Okay. Love is true. Behold, I have arrived. I feel like I woke up from being dead. I mean, if you want to get a very philosophicals about it, technically you were. Technically you were, right? Isn't sleeping like practicing being dead in a weird way? It's nice to have you here. Sending you blessings, Sam. I need to talk to you, Melt. We need to have many chats about next year to plan my trip to South Africa next December. I look forward to it. Next year, this time, where will I be? I have no idea. I have no idea. And it's kind of, I don't know if it's concerning. That's the word that's coming to my mind, right? Like, usually I like having somewhat of an idea of how my future is going to unfold. I like to plan for things. I like to prepare. But I feel like, the plans I've made and the preparations I've been participating within, like fell apart so quickly. By the way, since it's out, the zeitgeist has been let out. I have bad news. Remember that gig I got to do 3D mapping for a festival? Yeah, no more. At least not that specific festival and that specific stage, but no more, unfortunately. People who already work in the industry were willing to do it for free, which means we obviously won't be doing it for money. The way that it kind of worked is, like since we know the people that work in these festival environments, and we know people that know people, the people that were known by the people we know knew that they didn't have enough capital to do as much at the festival as they wanted to. So we got the job basically on the principle that we are still new, i.e., we would be cheap, or at least not as expensive as some of the established players would be. And then one of the established players sent one of their teams all the way from Cape Town to do our work for free, which is a bummer, which is a little bit of a bummer, but so it be. So I'm curious, Joyviv. I'm curious to see how things are gonna keep turning out. The plans are still down, right? I'm still within the next few months moving out, starting a new path, a new journey, a new adventure, a little bit more in the real world, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm really mindful of, right? I'm gonna have to be a person. I'm gonna actually have to be a person actively, right? Usually I just get to be a monster, right? Like an organism. I get to be a creature instead of just a humanimal for most of my day. And now I'm going to have to switch over to mostly humanimaling and minimal creaturing. And I think I need to, right? Because I don't know, I feel like the creature in me technically is very selfish, right? Doesn't really have time to talk. Only has time for dopamine technically, right? So I'm looking forward to it. Let me just say it like that, Joyviv. It's gonna be fun having you here. Maybe there'll be nice places. Why do you want to come in December though? Like December is gonna be the most expensive time for you to possibly come, Joyviv. That's the real problem. Like most expensive, flight tickets, most expensive resident. Like if you want to go somewhere, it's gonna be pretty rough. Just to put that out there, Joyviv. I'm in a positive space, but I'm also pretty bummed. The doctor showed me the wonder of what the synthetic enzymes can do, and now find out they are insanely expensive. Could be $2,000 a month for enzymes. $2,000 a month for enzymes. Bruh. That is a reason to be bummed out about, I'll admit. $2,000 a month is what I make in 4 months, right? Fuck, oh, that's not okay. Just to have the enzymes that normal people have. That's the most fucked up part as well, Duck Dad. Maybe if enzymes are too expensive, I don't know if you can just have like a microbiome transplant. If that might be cheaper. We're here with you, Duck Dad, sending you love, bro. We're proud of you for how strong you are, man. I feel like Assam, it was so hard to get up, and I got back in bed directly after yoga. Can we just take a moment to celebrate Joy Vive's tenacity to show up and do yoga and then allow herself to rest again, right? Instead of just pushing through and just resting, being like, getting out of bed is way too much effort right now. I'll just open the yoga video and then I'll be like, no, Joy Vive showed up. We're proud of you, Joy. Thank you. These daily meetings and hearing your thoughts are a positive thing in my experience. Love to you. Thank you, Suzanne, for saying that, dear friend. I hope to continue doing so more. So I think I'll be going back to discomfort for a while until I find a way. Bruh, that is not okay, man. Like the thing again, I'm just getting triggered about the state of our healthcare. Right? Our healthcare. Apparently, they want to do NHI, National Health Insurance here in South Africa. But like, apparently, on top of that, it's just another ploy, publicity stunt. I think that's the right word. Just another publicity stunt for the powers that be to try and get re-elected again next year. We find ourselves in such a corrupt system right now. $2,000 for enzymes. Surely it doesn't cost $2,000 for those enzymes. Have you? I don't know if those enzymes are like a prescription type of medication or do they have to be tailor-made to you, Duck Dad. My mind is now instantly in problem solver mode, bro. Now I want to solve this problem when it's outside of my scope of capacity. I'm here if you want to talk about it, though. We can talk about it. That I can do. Thank you for showing up so we can talk about these things. There's gonna be a way. I feel so as well, Joy Vive. Can I mail you gifts for you to pack for your melt trip? Joy, can I mail you gifts for you to pack for your melt trip? I hope so, right? I do hope so. Would be nice to receive some, I don't know, Duck Dad chili seeds or something. Sounds like a whole vibe. You may have to follow through and start flapping your ear end, your rear end on Only Farms, Doug. Yeah, probably. You know, oh, I'm selling my body so I can not feel like shit all the time. Cool. That seems very fair. It seems like a good reality to live in. Oh, of course you can, Joy. I'm going to be working on a couple of options, but still a literal gut punch. Yeah, got a flapper. Bigger, better, faster, stronger. With $60 shipping, you were the best option as a gift mule. Yeah, it's true. Mel, serious. I'm sorry to hear about your gig. I'm happy to hear you're still leaving the farm. Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's a bummer. I'm happy to share it with a few friends, right? Part of me was like, I don't know, in denial for a while there. I found out Wednesday. I think Wednesday. Either Wednesday or Tuesday. And I've been like keeping it to myself until I could like share it with the ones I love. So I'm happy to let you friends know. The wind is really pushing on the side of my head today. I feel like I missed an announcement here. No, I don't know. Not really. Technically the reverse announcement, right? I made an announcement that I got a gig for a festival, remember, Louisiana? And this week I found out that my gig was taken by other people who are more skilled, which makes sense. I'm completely fine with them getting the work if they're more equipped, if they have more skills to do the work. However, The fact that they're doing it for free, that kind of like puts a taste in my mouth. But exposure. We were technically willing to do it for free as well, on the other side. So it is what it is, kind of vibe. The cutest, happiest, wonderful mule, of course. Mel, you can go travel to this festival and shadow the people doing it for free. You can then chalk up some experience. Yeah, that is technically what we're planning on doing, Doc Dad. Like we're going to be partnering with another person that's already in the industry as well. Like I'm not gonna be waiting, right? As soon as I go through to the city side, I won't be waiting. I'll be working. It's gonna change things in stream a little bit. Maybe I'll take you with me when I'm going working, but it's gonna be fun. I see a ladybug, so I want to catch it. Hey, Mr. Ladybug! I haven't seen one of yours in forever. Let's see. I hope it doesn't fly away. No, he flew away! I jinxed it. Oh, bro. Man, I wanted to show you ladybugs. Imagine a ladybug this big on my hand now, right? Dome sized, red and black dots. All right. Travel in shadow. So yeah, agreed, Doc. That is something I want to do as well. Like there's other things that are developing, but at this point, I'm like, I don't even know how much I want to share. I think I'll share things as they happen instead of sharing things as I want them to happen, right? Which also sucks because I do like being excited and sharing things with you friends, but we'll take it one step at a time. I thought December was the best time because it was party season in South Africa. Should I come earlier? My birthday month is October. I mean, I like the idea of you coming through in October, but I also like the idea of being able to smoke a joint with you, Joy Vive. And if you're coming through in October, I will be doing sober October again. So I feel like again, I don't know if that's the best month. Come through, come through when you can, right? Like you mentioned to me that you have a bunch of vacation days kind of like stacked up. So like check out the flight tickets, check out the prices. There's pretty much festivals straight throughout the year. There's no festivals during the winter months though. So like May, May to May to end of August. May to start of August is like a little bit too cold for camping kind of vibes. But after that, it's free reign. I think I can bring 50 pounds of luggage. Yeah. Joy, bring my right leg. Love to you again, Lozana. The good thing is warm. There, my clothes will be light, and I planned on leaving lots of space in my baggage for shopping while I'm here. While I'm there, yeah. There should be like some local artisanal places as well. Maybe you can like go to like a farmer's market kind of vibe. I want to go to those places as well and sell off my stickers, but baby steps. By next December or even October, I'll send you a bottle of melt sauce. Yeah, melt, mouth melt sauce, dude. I look forward to it, man. Thank you, Brother Bear. Simon, blessings to you. It's nice having you here, Brother Bear. Thank you for coming and chatting with me, man. We have Zana here too. It's been a while. Sending you blessings. Melt catching ladybugs, wholesome. And then I flew away. Like I still like part of me wanted to catch the ladybug out of the air, and then I was like, bruh, maybe it'll snap its little wings or its little exoskeleton. So I let it go. And now I'm like in a space of like looking for more ladybugs. I like wanted to show you friends ladybug. I love the way ladybugs look. They make me happy. They also eat amphids. So yeah, I agree, bird. They eat amphids, so I'm like double biased. Some of you friends who don't know, marijuana plants sometimes have like amphid problems. These small little bugs that live on the bottom of the leaves. And then if you have ladybugs, they'll eat them. So they're like the natural predators. Those and praying mantises work as well, technically. Oh man, the Winnipeg Folk Festival just put out a call. Wish you could just suddenly come to Canada in July. Maybe. let's see how things look next year, July. I think, unfortunately, Lausanne, I'll probably be a little bit working for the next few years. And then maybe, if I earn enough money, I'll be allowed to come to your friends' countries. Like, you need so much money because like they like ask for like bank statements and stuff like that as well. So if I don't have thousands, literal thousands of dollars of just floating cash, which I never do, right? Who has thousands of dollars in floating cash? Right? If I don't have that, then they're just not going to let me come into your country. Sounds cool in Winnipeg. Christmas is expensive. I'm only buying a few small things for people, Simon. That flies. Bless. If joy travels around the world to see you, you can do sober in November. That's also true. I'm just like a very, you might have noticed, scheduled person. Is it scheduled? Meticulous? Uh, autistic? Yeah, a little bit, So, yes, I can just do it in November, but I've been doing it in October for 3 years in a row now, right? All messages. Thank you for the reminder, Joy V. Love again to you. Steal. Joy is gonna steal a farm cat. Oh, that's a great name for a hot sauce mouth melt, right? Even has a nice say to it, mouth melt. You want some mouth melt? What is it gonna do? It says it right in the bottle. It's gonna melt your mouth, dude. It's a hot sauce. That's what it's supposed to do. Absolutely, Rabbit. I'd purchase. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, I've said this to Duck Dad, right? Like, if I by chance, get actually a proper, like this is again not me being ungrateful or having a problem with where I am right now, but again it's a market mobility thing. So with that in mind, with market mobility in mind, if I reach a point where I have enough people that tune into the streams that actually would want to buy products, I would love to collaborate with Duck Dad, have him grow the chilies. I don't know if he's down for making the sauce as well, but if not, why not, right? And then we can like sell that stuff, in that way Duck Dad can make some cash as well while we sell mouth sauce. I have a ladybug infestation in my apartment. I didn't know ladybug infestations is a thing. That's kind of wild. I bought 1,000 ladybugs on eBay once to let them loose in my garden to kill the aphids. Yeah. Serious, Duck. That's so many. Yeah, they come in like thousands, like these little, like mesh bags with so many ladybugs in them. That's why you and your dad are coming to Saskatchewan to work in the mining industry for a year. Actually, not a bad idea. But again, right? Like, will I be able to get my dad to tune into that fractal? He can take me with him as a consultant. I am consulting. Ah, yes. Looks like a mine. Looks like explosives. Yeah, looks like there's rocks. Yep. Checks out though. They're mining here. I consulted. I'm gonna peace out and go and hang out with Loazana for a week now. Same Zano. They invade inside to hibernate. It's probably cold out. Using nature against other forms of nature that are inconvenient to man. Yeah, true. Hey Mel, your autism is showing. JK. With love. Were you like, I wonder if you said that while I was riffing on that joke as well, bro. Perfect. Zano, are they the ones who have only oranges or red butts? No dots? Maybe. No, just the regular ones. I can sauce, but I would much rather sell and grow the plants. Yeah. Still perfect, bro. Like you can be our chili supplier, right? Maybe we can have like a third person who absolutely loves making hot sauces. And then all three of us can, benefit from selling people something that they want. They love to bash into my TV at nighttime. That's the worst. That's me with the stink bugs. Mel saying Saskatchewan's is my new life-giving sound. It's breaking my brain, Doc Dad. I can like see. Maybe I should just say it in bits, right? I'll say Saskatchewan. 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 Is that how you say it? Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan. Hello, lovelies. Hey, Kristen. Sending you blessings. That one mining mine you got there. That's one mining mine you got there. Yeah, it looks like they're mining in here, bro. Did someone say Sasquatch? Hey, Joe Schmo. What a trip. It's been a while since seeing you, brother bear. You've been missed. Sending you love. Good morning to you, Mr. Luke. Mr. Mercabastics. Nice having you here as well. Great town name. Saskatchewan. I think I said it correctly that time, right? Saskatchewan. Yeah. Yeah, my brain unlocked the freaking. Yes, you said it correctly. Nice. Saskatchewan. I mean, who am I to speak what weird names are, right? I live in or I grew up, technically I'm close enough to the town to still live in it. I live in a town called Groblersdal. Can you say Groblersdal? No, not like that. You have to roll your R. Gro, gro, gro. Right? Like a G sound. Our G sound goes and then our R sounds go so it's GR. Gro. Groblersdal. Freaking language. I've been tripping out about language, especially during my yoga these days, because like I'm saying the same things. I mean, I do try and introduce like a topic in the same way I do in streams. I actually introduce the exact same topic that I introduce in streams in my yoga as well, right? But then for the rest of them, the cueing, like which poses you're supposed to do, I almost go through this. Like I go through the motions. It's almost like the words no longer mean anything to me and I'm just making these sounds. And it just so happens that you understand which sounds I'm making. And it's like this weird, it very much is dissociative. Like, what the hell am I doing? What's happening right now? I'm making these sounds. I know what these sounds mean. I know, you know what these sounds mean, but I'm making these sounds like they're just sounds. Like sometimes I'll even do these like run-on sentence kind of vibe where I just do not stop and I can keep going, and it's almost like and when I do start doing that, it's almost like it gets even more weird. Mel Perseras, yeah, Roversdal. I really want to learn patois, patios, patois. I don't know how to say that word. Jovan needs a de-icer. Scraping off windshield ice. Canadian provinces are hard for people not from here. I can imagine. Like the whole saying it a lot throughout your life. I get obsessed with language sometimes. For so long it was Afrikaans, but now it's patois. Ah, it's a language. Okay. I mean, if you want to learn a language, the best language to learn is probably Mandarin, right? Technically speaking. Mandarin or Spanish also be good. Like to give my context, Dad, like if you're gonna learn a language you can speak with people, right? Otherwise you're probably not going to learn the language. Dad, I'm not great with growing peppers. Too short of a summer here, but I am good at making and selling salsas and pepper jellies, so I can sauce. There we go. We have our third musketeer, or should we say our third Spanish inquisitor, and ready. Dog, you need to deal with me. Patois. Oh, it's Jamaican street slang. Ah, I mean, I think you're obsessed with it because you've been seeing short videos, Dad. I saw them videos as well. It does look fun speaking like that. Jahar? Jahar? Mandarin, English, and Spanish. Yeah. Both of those would be good. All those three. Duolingo, me and Shell, language app together. Rabbit, I'm in. English first. Agreed. Salsa and pepper jelly sound ace. Joe, your series is sleek but toys. I mean, I think she speaks Spanish, or she's learning how to speak Spanish. I don't know if patios, I don't know how to say that word even, is going to be in Duolingo, unfortunately, though. But okay. I feel we're in it. We're here. We showed up to have this conversation of our friends. I'm going to start vaporizing some of this bud I have with me with the intention of being someone who others want to talk to, with the intention of being more approachable, with the intention of being more kind, with the intention of being the best version of me that I can ever hope to be. Usually takes a little bit longer outside as the wind keeps wicking away all of my heat. There we go. Click, click. Yes, Melt, I have seen those shorts. But I also used to work with a dude from Kingston. He was also so happy. It was contagious. I can mimic like a bird if I listen. Like a parrot, right? I used to be good at that as well. Like I was really good at parroting Chinese phrases back at the people in China. Like they would ask me to say Chinese phrases and I would say it back and they would be like, yeah, yeah, good. I would place the inflection on the right points. But I get what you're saying, like that. Those videos are pretty entertaining. Mel, you just sounded so sad when you said you're going to vape. Vaping is a happy thing. I'm not sad about it at all. I'm not sad about it. Like that wasn't my intention. More, I was just, I don't know. I was feeling. I am feeling a little bit sad, like myself, right? Internally, there is like a certain level of sadness I'm experiencing. You know, like with the change, with the experience of feeling lonely and unloved, right? Like there's a oh, I'm so lonely and unloved. Just listening to myself, I'm like, dude, please, oh, come on, are you serious right now? What did you say yesterday about talking about the positives? Yeah, sometimes it's not that easy, right? And like it's been rough. It's been a little bit rough for me, JV. Like there's a few things that's been happening, like the gig, you know, kind of like going away was definitely one of it. Like with this whole process of moving, like I've experienced loss in that way as well, where we've like found places to stay, like a few nice places, like really nice places that I would really be happy to stay at, right? And then one of these places I got like really invested in. I was like, yo, this is where I want to stay. This place looks great. And then that place, you know, got rented by someone else. So there's like that part of reality as well. So would be, right? So would be sometimes. Shan, being gone, that's still affecting me. I don't even know how to feel about that. Then there's the seasons, the holidays. That also makes me feel a certain way. There is this reality that things need to change. I'm still waiting for my bud as well. It's been like a week of me waiting for that. Maybe a part of me is like kind of sad that I haven't received that just yet, right? Mindset melt, hang in there. You're right, Simon. You're right, right? Like you're 100% right. It is a mindset thing, and I do feel like I'm doing fine, right? Like I feel again, as long as I am not defeated by it, right? I'm willing to allow myself to feel a little bit sorry for myself, right? I'll feel sorry for myself, but I'm not gonna justify not showing up for others because of how sorry I feel for myself, right? Like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, because I'm sad. Now everybody needs to be sad, right? Nobody gets to appreciate any of my presence, right? Or get any of my presence. So yeah, I'm doing fine, bro. I'm continuing forward. Sad is but an experience to be had, right? To accentuate the good, the happy, the joy as well on the other side. Me too. I can mimic. Jovan. Mad listening comprehension is exactly what we need where I work. So sad. Love again to you. Like, what did the farmer who is suddenly a politician just say? Like, listening comprehension? What did the farmer who is suddenly a politician just say? Is that an actual like thing that happened? I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information. Hey y'all, a second of softness. I really, really genuine love spending my mornings with you. As much as I voice it, I hold more back as it's not totally smoother, y'all. For what it's worth, for my moment of softness, my second of softness right back to you. I genuinely love having you in this space as well, Jovan. Thank you for spending this time with us. LA, how are you using pepper jellies? How are you using pepper jellies? That is a good question. For some reason, in my mind, pepper jellies need to be put on bread. But that's, I think, because it's a jelly, right? Like chili sauces can go on meats, but I don't know if I'll put pepper jelly on my meat. Not like that. We love you, Mel. I love you too. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for saying that. We'll give you hugs to make you feel better if we could. You are, right? Right now, in words, in sentiment, in intention, you are giving me hugs. So thank you for that. I feel you. Hard to remain positive always. The gesture from Moody Blues comes to mind. Hey Google, Moody Blues, a rock band from 1964. Oh, it's a song. I think it's a song he's talking about. Hey Google, The Jester by Moody Blues. Yeah, well, it's called Painted Smile, but I think that might be the song you're talking about. I'm not going to play it because they're going to be like, oh, your song is now ours. But I'll hit the more button. It's opening something. I don't know what it's opening. It's just blank screen right now. Yeah, there's some lyrics. I can sing, I can dance. Just give me a chance to do my turn for you. To do my turn for you. There's a chance I'll slip up, but with a stiff upper lip, I'll sing my song for you. For laughter is free, but it's so hard to be a jester all the time. And no one believes I'm the same when I'm bleeding, and I'll hurt all the time deep inside. I shed a tear for the lying, while every day trying to paint this smile for you. Backflips, cartwheeling, somersault feelings. What is there left to do? Laughter is free, but it's so hard for me, a jester all the time. I'm gonna fucking start crying. Love is true. What a trip. Ah, thank you for that, Luke. I think it was Luke, right? Yeah. Kristen, sending love to our friends and everybody else who didn't show up. And the participant list. Bless you. Thank you, Kristen, for blessing our friends. Cows going off, feeling the same. I need Sam to come back selfishly so that she can heal my pancreas. There you go, Sam. Heal his pancreas. What are you waiting for? Come on, Sam. Just heal the guy's pancreas already. Come on. Sam was like, I don't know how to fucking heal pancreases. Come on, Sam. Heal Duck Dad's pancreas already. Do it. Stop, stop not healing his pancreas and heal his pancreas already. Stop ordering weed melt that gets delivered. You're just getting the cops high on your dime. I mean, I haven't ordered more. I ordered once. Right? You're making it sound like this is like I'm a serial weed orderer and you're like interventioning me right now. No, I did it once in my entire life to see if it's gonna work. And then it technically didn't. And then the person who sent it to me the first time, he was like, "No worry, bro. This happens all the time. I'll send it to you again." And he was like, and I was like, oh wait. And I found out that it failed. I think Thursday. I think it was Thursday, right? That it failed, like Thursday afternoon. And I sent him a message, and I'm like, but these peeps are smoking my weed right now or something. And he was like, yeah, oh, that happens all the time, bro. Like some people, if they notice that there's weed in the package, they'll steal it from you, and they'll justify it, by saying it's not company policy to ship those things. It is technically decriminalized, so there's no criminal activity going on, but it's against their company policy, and then they'll just steal it. And I was like pretty bummed out about that. And then Friday rolled around, and I sent him a message, and he was like, well, there's no shipping happening over weekends either way. And if I ship it now, it only increases the likelihood of it being in the warehouse for an extended period of time. And, that increases the odds of it being found or whatever. And then Monday, and then the weekend comes, and he's like, I'll send it to you Monday, right? Remind me, he tells me. And the weekend rolls around, and it is like 1 a.m. Sunday, technically Monday, right? And I send him a message. I'm like, oh, wait, here to remind you, Holmes. Reminding you. And then I don't think I got a message that day. And then I start stressing. And then I send him a message again the next day. And he's like, oh, wait, dude, I'm just waiting for new stock, he says to me. And I'm like, oh, maybe this is like, in some messed up way, a silver lining. Maybe my weed getting stolen means that now I'll get the fresher batch of bud or something. So I'm like, maybe there is a silver lining in here somewhere. And then the days roll around, and the days roll around, the days roll around, and only yesterday did he like, oh wait, dude, I sent your package out. All right, so I've been riding that like curve of anxiety just a little bit. We have hand shoes here right now. Bless you, dear friend. It's nice seeing you again. So yeah, I'm still waiting for the original package, bro. It just feels like it's been an eternity. Like it feels for me like it's been an eternity, bro. And the worst part was, like I feel like this is the thing that's kind of like making me a little bit coy / laughy about it, because I thought like with the whole shipping process kind of going down, like I already had like my way bill number or whatever, right, on Thursday, and I could see my package being transported and getting closer to my home, and then that gave me liberty. Is it liberty? Hey Google, define liberty. Thank you, Bug. Liberty, a state of being free within a society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Yeah, technically, right? My authority, the authority that is my willpower, restricted my want for experience for the longest time because I didn't have more bud to continue, right? So I was like, no, don't smoke your bud because you don't have any more left, of this type or whatever. So wait until you have other bud again, and then you can smoke it. And then as I see my package arriving, I'm like, liberty, right? Now you can smoke your bud. Do it though, smoke it. And then I did. And then my package didn't arrive. My package got taken by someone else, right? And then instead of getting my bud last Friday, now it's this Friday, and I still don't have it. So a part of my mind is like, I'm just happy that it's actually working. I'm still in a place of like mild disassociation, right? Like I'm still waiting to see if it's gonna be real. Like at this point, it's like it's like wishful thinking almost kind of vibe. I'm looking forward to it though. Hello, Zana. Nancy, a great way to enjoy pepper jellies is the top of a cracker with cream cheese. Yeah, that sounds nice. Maybe switch to resin that lasts longer. Melt. Like I do prefer flour, Simon. I do believe resin probably could last longer, but the reason I prefer flour is because I'm Like it's for me, it's a beauty thing, right? I do find the rosin beautiful, right? But I find it beautiful in the same way I find honey beautiful, right? Like it's more a simplistic beauty. It's like a purity beauty. Like it's beautiful because it's clean and smooth, right? Where the love I have for flowers is very much an admiration thing and like a sensory thing and like a textile, the way it feels in my fingers and the way it smells and the way it looks, the colors, the way it shines if you shine light on it. Like it's that whole side of it. Like for me, it very much is a romantic relationship that I have with the world. That's why I like weed as much as I do. Is because it's feminine, right? Like other drugs, if you will, right? Like you're not going to admire your cocaine. At least I don't do cocaine. Maybe cocaine addicts do admire their cocaine and be like, oh wow, look at how beautiful this cocaine looks. And then smell their cocaine. Oh, this cocaine smells so good. Right? I don't know if cocaine addicts do that, but I doubt it, right? And it's the same for heroin, probably. People do not admire their bottles of alcohol, right? People definitely do not admire their cigarettes. So like there's a depth in that product for me that I really kind of like long for and seek. Glazing something like a pork roast. Love is true. OTC enzymes. Oh man, we use pepper jellies in ways that would be censored at the old bagel shop. Those sandwiches were a bit of a food burn. Yeah, it sounds nice actually though. That's the one. LA. Both of those sound good. Maybe using goat cheese. I haven't actually had goat cheese myself. Nancy, I'm very new into the research. The meds they gave me that work are called Zep Zenpep. Zenpep. Sounds like a freaking meme name, bro. Sounds like the name of like a healing potion you would freaking pick up in Skyrim or something. Oh wow, here is Zorglorp's Zenpep. I'm sure I'm gonna feel better. Drinks it, suddenly you don't have gut discomfort. You put pepper jelly and fat rendering reduction to make a dummy glaze. I don't know what those words mean, but they sound good. I was supposed to say demi. Okay, I was about to say I don't know what dummy glaze is. Demi glaze, but I guess if I'm making it, it probably is dummy glaze. Oh, love is true. Dark healing comes from Jesus, and in His name you are healed. There you go. Be healed. Your pancreas is now free from all discomfort. My bad. It's a good song though. No, it's not your bad, bro. It is good. It's not. You don't have to apologize. We understand you ducked that. Sam, I love that J man. All the same, but same has flower water, which is plant growing hippie. I need plant water to survive. I'm going to make the drums hurt for a bit, and I will join you again. Enjoy. Imagine there's a duck dad out there somewhere in the world right now, just ripping those drum sets a new one. I hope not though. I hope he's not ripping the drum sets a new one. I hope he's. Like I'm just imagining him putting sticks through the freaking tops of the drums when I say ripping new ones. No, like Duck Dad is absolutely losing his mind out there, enjoying himself. So just let's hold that in our minds with Duck Dad. Mr. Grenade. Be more specific next time, Joe. Grant, what's up, man? Love is true. Thank you for sending our highs. I mean, Grump. Call him Mr. Grenades. Shan. Damn, I met Shan. I get it now. Oh, I thought when you said you were waiting on more, you meant they sent it again. Yeah, that is what I meant. They did send it again, but I didn't have to pay for it again, fortunately. Fortunately, right? Apparently this is a pretty common thing. Like this is not the first time he's done this. Like he was very nonchalant about it. Like happens all the time when I'm like, bro, this happens, and he's like, yeah, it happens all the time. So I was like wondering how this dude is making money if if weed gets confiscated all the time. You got what you got, Duck. It is up to you to accept or reject it. I recommend accepting. Love is true. Y'all need to stop changing your usernames, making duck confused. Head shoes, horse grenades. I mean, hand shoes has been hand shoes for a while. Mel needs a weed drone delivery. Simon, yes. I like so much so that I even want to create that as a service here in South Africa. Hopefully I can. We'll see how the next 5 years look, right? We'll see if I can connect with the right people and if I have enough money. Mitch Hedberg, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to do. But demon, love to you. That is kind of hilarious. Don't we all, Simon? Yeah, 100%, Tristan. I met my FedEx guy. He's a drug dealer, and he don't even know it. Which was the best. Sometimes I come home and there will be a pound of weed on my step. What? Maybe that's another Mitch Hedberg line. Yeah, like I like how Duck that is also like what? What? A pound of weed? Oh my goodness. If I've ever held a pound of weed, I'd probably be giggling like a schoolgirl and looking like a dude from Half Baked. Like now I want to be ridiculous, but I probably shouldn't be. But a part of me wants to be anyway. I won't. Okay. I won't be ridiculous, but I'll 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 send a ridiculous video in Discord a little bit later. A little bit later. A pound of wheat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just order from the OCs and people pay more for it. I don't know what that means. People pay more for it. The OCs, the pound of wheat. I admire the hell out of ketamine. I haven't tried ketamine. I am curious about it though. But again, like, can you have that relationship with it, right? Is it an admiration like difference? Like again, that's the thing with bud for me. At least now, I really am fascinated by the fact that there are different strains with like different profiles and different effects. Like it's not the same thing, right? Like if you're doing ketamine, I'm guessing whether you do ketamine from dealer A or ketamine from dealer B, it's probably pretty much going to be, if it's pure ketamine, it's probably going to be the same ketamine experience. But if you buy bud from dealer A and bud from dealer B, and they grew it themselves in their own little closet with their own seeds and their own nutrient makeups and their own light intensities and their own love and care, you're going to experience vastly different things depending on who it came from and what that person's intention was and the amount of effort they put into that product, right? And that's a special thing about the bud for me personally. And shoes, the tat you posted in a creative space. Oh, y'all, hand shoes, the tats you posted in a creative space. Love is true. I admire my cocaine every morning when I taste it. Thank you, Vyvanse, for calming my anger and helping me find my wallet. But again, there's no variation, right? The thing that's special, the thing you're admiring is change. Like again, femininity in my mind is change, right? The dance, the flow, the curvature, that is feminine in nature. And weed has those aspects, has those characteristics. That's why, as a masculine identifying individual, someone who can be very either angry or hyper focused or obsessive, right? Like those are character traits that I feel like aren't necessarily the most positive parts of myself. Like when you have those character traits, dancing with Mary Jane helps calm those things down a little bit, and they can be useful as well to give them the honor that they're due. But when I want to calm down at the end of the day, being hypercritical and being angry and being super focused isn't that useful or helpful, right? In fact, the opposite. So it causes me to feel burnt out and it makes me depressed. So being able to interface stands with this feminine entity that is the Mary Jane, to me it's a beautiful relationship, and that's the way I'm trying to see it. I want a more balanced relationship, right, as well, but I do see it as a relationship. All street dealers don't know how to order online, so we get it from them. Okay. Wow, it really still a street market in Canada, Zano. I mean, I feel even in America, like even though you have like a lot of places that sell legal weed, I think something like $70 billion. I think there's like $35 billion that are the legal market, and the other $70 billion is still the illegal market. That feeling of admiring the shiznit out of the food you cook for yourself, making the coffee drug in my tea. Yeah, yeah. Making that caffeine drug in my tea. And I feel like tea as well, right? Tea can also be special in that way, and coffees can also be special in that way, right? But and alcohol technically, like people drink different beers and they have different wines that they can taste, right? Like you can have relationships with it, but I feel like those relationships fall apart a little bit depending on how strong the thing gets, right? The quantity of it that you have to consume, maybe. hmm Since you're getting lifted, I'll join you, waking and baking from Ireland. To hell with work, Fit Demon. I don't know if that's the best approach, but love is true, right? Maybe not to hell with work, maybe to heaven with work, right? Maybe imagine work becoming heaven. Maybe that's what why we're smoking a little bit, just to make work a little bit softer. It is Friday. I'm sending you good vibes, bro. I hope it's a good one for you. I love when Melt makes his mischievous face and tries to decide whether or not to be bad. Yeah, like it really is like a whole dilemma that I have to go through. And I'm like, the reason I end up not mischievousing is because there's a part of me that's like actually wants to be responsible. It's like, bro, come on, oh. You can be responsible a little bit, right? And I'm like, hey, Christos, bless you, friend. It's nice having you here with us. It is a really good thing. I don't know any ketamine dealers, cause damn, that shit is fantastic. I've never known any ketamine dealers. I am curious about it, right? But only because of the studies I've read about the antidepressant properties that it has. Apparently, it allows your brain to reset in certain ways, like activating all of those neurons, coming back from that state of being, allows your state of mind to have like a little bit more perspective, and because of that, people can pull themselves out of depressive ruts. So like because of that, I'm curious about it, right? Again, not as something that I would want to introduce into my life. Like I'm not even drinking caffeine right now again. Like that was so weird to me. Like I spent the whole sober October, no caffeine, no weed, and it was easy for me not smoking weed. Like that wasn't the problem, but not drinking coffee, that one was hard. And then I started drinking coffee again when I, didn't have to do sober October anymore, and it was less special, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest, right? Like I don't like things in my reality or my experience becoming less special. Like I still enjoy the taste of coffee, but I don't know if I enjoy the effects anymore. Like during that whole sober October, it's kind of like I showed myself just how much I appreciate certain types of clarity, right? Like there's like the clarity I get when I'm completely stone cold sober, right? But that clarity is facilitated by a certain level of anxiety, where it's like I'm so clear, and I have so many things going on inside my mind that I feel like if I don't do something with all of this clarity, with all of this information, then I'm losing somehow. Then, if I add coffee onto my normal state of hyper alert beingness, it just increases that and then adds a level of anxiety, right? Like a tension slash like heavy breathing. I don't even know how to say it. It's like it adds a layer of like sweatiness, right? I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it makes me feel like I'm like clutching or something. Some of your friends might have played games. When you're in that state where you're like trying to survive, maybe you're fighting another, player, or you're, like you have so much HP and the boss is like kicking your ass. Like that experience of like It makes me feel like that all the time if I caffeinate myself on top of being sober. And then weed, it also allows me a type of clarity, but it allows me a clarity when it comes to not having to deal with that hyper alert, hyper critical, like aggressive need to be right and to be precise. It takes that part of me away a little bit, and it's like taking that part away clears things up for me to just be a version of self that I am in that moment. And yeah, I like that more than I like the anxiety, it turns out. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Buying marijuana the old fashioned way is cheaper than buying from a store, but maybe it's different in other places. I think in most places it probably is so, Nancy. Like the dealers probably still have a way to sell, for cheaper. They don't have to pay taxes and stuff like that as well. Crystals are beautiful, not admiring all of them anymore. Yeah, that's true though. I also have I'm a fan of like our good old minerals. They're cool. I use it medically, so it's from a doctor. I've done ketamine over 100 times, and there has been 100 different experiences. That I can absolutely agree with, right? Absolutely. Like the experience, like with all psychedelics, right? Like if I take mushrooms, the exact same mushrooms, we take 2 weeks apart. Like if I take 2 grams 2 weeks apart, and I have like 20 grams. Every single one of those 10 experiences I have will be completely different, right? Because I'm different and my circumstances are different and my day leading up to that moment was different. No, 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 no. But again, right? There, it's not going to be different because of the mushrooms. It's going to be different because of me. Where I believe with like marijuana, the experience can be different because of the weed more so in some ways than because of your differences. I feel like your experience, your personal reality still influences it, right? That's why I recommend setting intentions, right? Like being really clear with why it is you're smoking right now. And I try to do that as much as I can because I believe that also like primes my neurons, my mind, my experience to receive this compound and not to just be overwhelmed by, oh, now suddenly there's this compound in my system. I do the same thing with my mushrooms as well, though, right? I set intentions for that stuff as well. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not trying to, throw shade on anybody's experience. It's such a different drug every time. You never know what it will show you. Love is true. It's when you start mixing drugs that the problem begins. Yeah, true. Going to lurk mode. Love to you, Nancy. It's nice having you here. Caffeine is highly addictive. Oh, yeah. The anxiety from caffeine is withdrawal. Could be. I mean, I'm not anxious these days, right? Having no caffeine in my system. Like, I bought myself a little container of caffeine capsules, and I'm not taking them. I don't want to take them, right? Like, I feel like that's the thing as well. In fact, I don't. Like, I actively now don't want to. It's like I see them and I'm like, mm-mm. You are admired, Luke. You are loved. Thank you for being a good influence and a needed mirror. Thank you for being willing to reflect with me, for being willing to have these conversations, dear friend. Coffee can trigger panic attack symptoms, especially the shortness of breath. I used to feel chesty after drinking a large morning coffee, but it took a while to register that was the cause. I literally constricts the alveoli, your veins, right? Yeah, it is a vasoconstrictor, literally, right? So it like the small little veins inside your brain as well, for example, get restricted, which can like increase the pressure of that blood as well, which can have other effects, but it is a vasoconstrictor, so you're losing technically overall blood flow by taking it. And that can create experiences, right? The stimulating effects that it has on your dopamine, receptors. I want more data. That's all I want. I just want all of the data. I want to see how my body is influenced by these things a little bit more genuinely and clearly. Replace caffeinated coffee with a glass of milk, then hit the biscuits. I mean, that also sounds like a vibe. I don't know if it's a healthy one at that, but it does sound fun. I don't know if you know, Simon, but my mom bakes biscuits, bro. Excessively so. Like when I say excessively so, you're like, oh, Mel's mom likes baking, and she bakes a lot. No, my mom bakes for her job, kind of, right? Like she sells baked goods. So there's like literal pounds of biscuits being baked on the day, right? Like by the dailies, there's pounds and pounds of biscuits just. I've shared this a few times, but I like sharing it because it strokes my ego. I have baked multiple times my own body weight in rusks, in a type of baked good. And even though uh, they're really good and they're really tasty, I have had to stop. Like I gained, now I'm a little bit down again at least. Like I kind of like equalized again. So I'm not gaining weight anymore, which is nice. I gained 10 pounds in like a month and a half coming back home after the festival because of biscuits and stuff. I'll see you in hell first, Simon. Yasi. With the decaffeinated, replace caffeinated coffee. Breathwork has become my favorite intoxicant. Yeah. Like if you friends are opposed to psychedelics or marijuanas, do breathwork. I really do recommend it as well. I agree with Simon when it comes to that. There's a small little beetle on my hand. Right? There we go. Just do breathwork. If you're like, what is breathwork, Mel? That's ambiguous. Go and Google if you want like a YouTube video, Wim Hof breathing technique. Wim Hof will take you through a journey, right? And if you want like the footnotes, basically you're going to do, let me make myself comfortable. You're going to push everything out. Basically using the full range of motion of your lungs. And you're going to do that 30 times. Yeah, you're going to do that 30 times. And then after those 30 times, you're going to exhale everything and you're going to hold that exhaled position until you can't anymore. And then after you can't anymore, you're going to inhale and you're going to hold that inhale for as long as you can. And then you're going to release and then you're going to do another round, 30 breaths. Reach your 30, exhale everything, hold. Can't hold anymore, inhale, hold. Can't hold anymore, exhale, do another round. And after that third round, if it doesn't feel like you're flying, right? Like literally, you're like for me, my personal experience is like a buzzing sensation where my whole chest, like my whole chest feels like it starts to emanate forward, and my hands feel like they almost have this want to start coming up, like with the buzzing that's happening in my hands. It is a surreal experience. Try breathing exercises, right? Try some Wim Hof breathing. Just do it once, right? Do one of those 30, 30, 30 cycles and see how you feel, right? Because it's going to be akin to an intoxicant, as Luke said, a psychedelic, a like drinking a drink or smoking a cigarette, but all natural, all just your breath. It's pretty cool. Thanks for reminding me. I enjoy that too. Bless. Lactose intolerant. Here, I turn into a deadly weapon if you give me a glass of milk. Like the way you said that instantly took my mind into like such a weird place where there's just like Joy Vives strapped onto the top of tanks, being driven into like war zones, and like Joy Vives being glasses of milk and like people are getting deadly weapons. I'm sorry, Joy V. I'm so sorry. Let's go. Favorite biscuit fall. It's between rolled oats cookies and gingerbread cookies for me. My mom's gingerbread biscuits are to step for. Like, I won't die for them, but I'd step some for them probably. Digestives can with caramel are my favorite. Nice. Drums have been drummed. Was working on Ohio. Is for lovers by Hawthorne Heights. Blast, Duck Dad. It's nice having you back, bro. Simon, Jaffa cakes, chocolate hobnobs, and Tanox tea cakes. These names are so ridiculous. Are my particular choice of poison. Uh, you mentioned you live in Australia, right? Did you say that? No, you said Ireland. Sorry about that, Fit Demon. Ireland. Uh, I was looking for Tim Tams as well in chat. I've had Tim Tams and I do like them, but we don't really have access to them here in South Africa and they're too expensive to buy regularly. Watch your breath daily and insights will come. Most people breathe very shallowly. Just now, right? Try and breathe in as deeply as you can. Just as a reminder about how much depth that just goes unaccessed by shallowly breathing. For me, it's the Twix. Easy to dip. Yeah, the Twix are pretty nice. Agreed. I didn't know you could pick candy, Simon. I mean, Twix do have cookies on the inside, right? They're just cookies wrapped in caramel and chocolate. Oh, the demon. I was addicted to Jaffa cakes ever since I saw the commitments and started bringing them to my band practices. Love is true. Frozen Twix. Oh my goodness. Gonna try that. That does sound pretty nice. Twix from the freezer. Dunked in tea. So the chocolate will get melty, but the caramel is still gonna be thick. I'm guessing if you freeze it. hmm Those Twix, chocolates, the caramel. Why the hell don't we have those? You don't? We have those in South Africa as well. It seems like we're winning. Listening to that one the other day. Like button. Marshmallow, mellow tea, cakes. Tim Tams are the literal best. They are really nice. Like, especially if you actually do what they say, right? Like I did it. I took a corner, and then I sucked coffee through that Tim Tam. And I straight up won't lie. It's dangerously nice. Like straight up, I'll die of diabetes if I had access to that stuff on the daily. It's really that good. We can get Tim Tams at Cost Plus World Market. What flavor do you like? Chocolate? Like I think I only had the chocolate flavor, so I don't really have a preference of flavor. That was my childhood. Peak Freens assorted. I don't know those Tim Tams, as Joy V spelled it. They're these square little wafer. Like it's like milk chocolate on the outside. Then it's like two wafers with like a porous chocolate. I don't know how to articulate it. Like maybe a type of icing, right in the middle of it. And then you, by biting these corners off, those wafers are so porous that you can literally drink coffee through them. And as you drink coffee through them, it completely soak and they melt the inside of it and the outside of it, and it just turns into like a gooey chocolate mess. It is really nice. Milk chocolate Tim Tams for me. And if you bite the ends off and dunk them in really hot coffee or tea, you could suck it up. You see, that's me and Louisiana's like we know something. If you haven't had Tim Tams, Jinx melt, yeah, we know, Louisiana. That is the way to do it. My coworker leaves for safari today. He's going to Kenya and Madagascar. Nice. Interesting you say Kenya. Sending you lovin's. Yeah, I hope he has an amazing time. I'm sure he will. I hope when he comes back, he tells you all of his adventures and you can tell us parts of it as well. Temtams are like fat, tastier penguins, if that helps. Thank you, Fit Demon, for letting our friends know. Joe, it always passes the vibe check. Temtams are unavailable in the UK. They might be available, but they're gonna be like artisanal. That's not the right word. Imports. You're gonna have to import them from Australia, I believe. Joe, I always possess the vibe check. Sometimes unavailable. Shell, that's so cool. I hope to go on a safari when I go to South Africa. See some animals, right? The stream becomes. This stream is becoming more triggering than yesterday. Really, with the food talk, Luke? You don't like food talk? I have accepted. Oh, I have accepted this reality. I don't know how we got to the cookies. How did we get to cookies? I think someone, prompted us. It's like hit up favorite cookies in chat. Oh, it was the leave the coffee and get milk and biscuits line. The Tim Tam Slam. Maybe it's a video. Thank you, Rosanna. Meld, have you been to Kenya? Nope. I have not been to Kenya. I have been to Zimbabwe. I have been to Namibia. I have been to Botswana. I have been to Mozambique. But I haven't been further than that. Fellow Dynavap user, yeah! Fit Demon, you also have a Dynavap? These things are really nice, dude. I won't lie. Amsterdam melt. I would like to go to Amsterdam. Like Fit Demon, I got myself this. I went through Sober October, as we talked earlier, and then during Sober October, I started getting a little bit curious about smoking again, as you do. And then as I was like watching content in the same way where if you like fast, you go and watch other people mukbang food or whatever. I was like watching other people smoke weed. And then in one of those videos, this little Dynavap came up, right? I do know that smoking, like combusting my plant material isn't exactly good for my body. So I've wanted a proper vaporizer for a long time. And I have a few friends that have the Mighties, but they're like $400, $300 vapes. And I'm like, bro, I'm not paying $300, $400 for a vape. That's just not happening. And then this Dynavap came on my radar, and it was like 65 bucks or something, like 65, 75 bucks. And I was like, yeah, that I can swing. That seems reasonable. And I got it. And when it arrived, I was like, this seems very small. It's the first thing that went through my mind, right? Like it's like a hand width kind of thing. And I was like, And there was a part of me that experienced buyer's remorse where I was like, oh bro, is this little piece of steel really worth 65, 75 bucks? And then I tried bud out of it for the first time. And it went from like, I don't know how to explain it. Like imagine you paint by like throwing paint at the wall your whole life, and then suddenly this was like a brush that I could put strokes down with, right? And I could really see the colors and experience the flavors, and it was like, oh wow. And the more I use it, the more I love it, bro. Like I love it so much. To give you an example, if I had to lose it, I'll probably buy myself a new one instantaneously, right? Like I'll look for my old one first, but I'm gonna get myself another one. This is gonna be a part of my toolkit, I guess. What's the antidote to sugar? Like the opposite, that cancels sugar thermatically. I don't think there is such a thing, unfortunately. Water? Is water? Technically, when you eat sugar, your body is going to get more thirsty as well because it wants to shuttle more water. I mean, it's called, For some reason, I feel like I'm missing the context of what I just wanted to say. Oh, there we go. Yeah, carbohydrates. Sugar is a carbohydrate. In other words, it hydrates your body. It, has like a water thing. So I don't know if water is the right answer, but I don't think there is something that can cancel sugar thematically. Thematically, or do you mean like the opposite of it? I mean, is it bitter? Like if something that is all sweet because it's gonna make me go, and something is all bitter is gonna make me go. Then bitter is probably the opposite. Vinegar. Yeah, I'm also curious about what the question is. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, you've been to a lot of countries. I've been to China. I've been to South Africa because I was born here. Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Botswana. So 6 countries. That's a lot, right? Some people never leave their hometowns. So I agree. I love my Dana vape. I have an induction heater. It's great for even heat. Yeah, flex on me. Why don't you, Fit Demon? Why don't you flex harder? I don't have the extra $100. How much was it? I think it's like an extra $100. No, like $150 even for like the induction heater. I did look at it. I was like, but yeah, I don't mind using a lighter at the very least. The even heat does sound nice though. My teas look good, but how would one clean it? Dynavaps are so easy to clean. It's true. I cleaned mine today actually. I'm proud to say. Even took out my little filter, scrubbed it clean. Yeah, it is a nice little tool. I'm very happy with it. Like it's not cheap, unfortunately, but you are paying for the engineering. Do you have the like 2021, 2019? Which generation one do you have? I feel even though I do like the texture, I got the 2023 one, which has like a apparently like a tree, like a bark texture on it. Even though I like this texture, I think the look of the older ones are significantly cooler when it comes to like the edgy design of it. Mighties look good. Like in the mighties aren't that hard to clean, but again, you're dealing with a ceramic bowl, right? So when it comes to the actual ceramic bowl, like you can clean the top part, but cleaning the bowl is not easy, unfortunately. You're a dino lifer now. Yeah, when it comes time to clean, boil it in milk to remove leftover resin, then remove the Dynavap from the milk. These are interesting suggestions. I think mine is the 2020. Nice. I think the 2021 looks pretty sick as well. Hey Google, Dynavap. Let's see if we can get the whole list. Man, they just straight up opened up right to the website. Nice. Vaporizers M series. Yeah. So these are thems, right? I think that's the one I have right now. Nope, that's the Phantom apparently. I don't know what the Phantom is. I think the Phantom is now a newer one. Bro, they don't have the older ones. I guess it makes sense that if you're selling. Oh, bro. Like, this is not what I was looking for. I was hoping they would have all of their products on the same website, but alas, no. Doesn't seem that way. You see that's a difference now. They're nice little tools. I remember Duck Dad saying that he wants to get himself one as well. I don't know if he ended up doing it. They did have like a whole Black Friday sale thing going on, but unfortunately they just ended up upping their own prices and then offering Black Friday sales. Salted caramel. Cheesecake, anyone? That does sound nice. So my friends, how many friends in stream right now? It's true. If you're here only for a moment, I love you and I bless you and I thank you for being willing to spend some time with me today, for listening in, for enjoying these conversations that we have. Make a bitter comment to bad and sweet talk. Love is true. Add cocoa powder and honey, and now you've got a delicious cup of canned cocoa. Enjoy. That does actually sound nice. I've been cleaning mine with with ether this whole time. It's not exactly something you drink. Boiling milk. I never even thought about it. I'm guessing you probably remove all of the little seals. How do you remove the O-rings from your little head, bro? Can you? Have you been able to? Like, I have a hard time with those, and I'm scared I'll snap them. Cookies are good. Love's true. Maybe if I'm lucky, Melt will make me a cheesecake. He's got his mom's recipe. I mean, if you want one, that can be arranged. They are expensive, though, technically speaking, right? I mean, depends on what you consider expensive. Like I did the math with my mom yesterday because she bakes. Like she doesn't want to do that stuff because it's so expensive to make. It is Simon. Don't use heavy machinery after though. Yeah, said ibuprofen, Simon. If you're looking, your love. I think mine's 2020. They do their jobs. They tend to discontinue the old versions when the new models are released. Okay, that does make sense. Hey Google, can you show me all of the Dynavap models? The Diner Web models. I don't know what that is about. Guess Dynavap is not exactly a word. It did do it the previous time, bruh. Dynavap. What are the odds of meeting a fellow Dynavapper in stream by chance? Just search. Images? Yeah. I think these are all the old ones. Mine isn't on this list, but this is kind of what I was looking for. Yeah. This is every single one of them that's not mine. Right? Like they look cool. Like I'm especially a fan of this green one. I really love the textures on that one. I really love the textures on this one as well. This one is cool, that one is cool, that one is kind of boring. That one I like as well. This one is also pretty cool. I wouldn't go for these wood ones. But yeah, like these oaks have definitely been doing some engineering to make these things look the way they do. So I respect it. I understand that I'm paying for more than just the actual little pieces of metal. Ether, you have access to ether? Yeah. 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 You're saying it like I'm not supposed to have access to ether. I think it's ether. I'm pretty sure it's ether. Let me make sure for you, friends. We're gonna go on an adventure. You're gonna go with me. Get my screen to stand up. Yeah. Oh. Let's go and check. Skidip doop to doo. There's my little Pippi following me around. She's like, yeah, let's go on an adventure, Dad. Let's go. Is a Yudi coming along as well? Hey, Lolo. Mine is the third one from the left. I'll have to go and check the photo again, bro. I think that's the one I said I like the most, or the second one I said I like the most. Here we go. I don't think this is ether, Joyviv. This is what I've been using. It's just lighter fluid. Petroleum spirit. What did I think it was? Oh, it's naphtha. Naphtha is what I was. I replaced the word ether with naphtha. Yeah. Some naphtha. solvent naphtha petroleum. So you were right, Joydeep. I do not have access to ether, actually. Ether is technically pretty dangerous. Like it likes to explode. And the doggo's being ridiculous. We have Gingy getting mangled by Eva. She's not hurting him. She's just playing, but still. Silly animals. Are you playing with Gingy? Are you humming Gingy? Are we humming Gingies? Let's hum Gingies. Hi, Ginge. Hi, Gingies. Oh, Ginger kiss. Oh, so much across that. Oh, no, Gingies. It feels like, oh, this is Yudi being jealous. Hi, Jara, Yudi. Tahoe! Hey, dude. Yeah, if you're like, Ginger looks like he's sick, he's just shaved. It's not his fault. It's not his fault that he's trying to eat my feet. Hey, yo, silly, Willy. Hey, yo, silly. All right, you. All right, yeah. All right, you. All right, sir. All right. Okay. Let me go wash my hands real quick. I'll be back in a second. There we go. Hands washeth. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Rah, rah. What's up? Rah. Silly doggo. There she goes. Look at her running. Yeah, it's already out of frame. Let's see. Back in chat. You can remove the O-rings, but I did it first. And I did it first, but these days I just boiled it with the rings are still on. Okay. I tried to like add like beeswax and coconut oils on my O-rings as well. Try and get them to last. I do think they sell extra sets though, so you're paying for that longevity as well. I want to check out actually. He mentioned that it's the third one. Yeah. I think the one I said second, I like the most, is the one you have. Again, he has the third one. So I said green first, and then the second one I said is this one. So I like that one, bro. I like mine as well, though. Like, I won't lie. I actually spend a significant amount of time just feeling the texture. So I get why they did that. It makes sense. Cheesecakes are expensive to make in South Africa. Why? Is cream cheese and graham crackers sold at a premium? The cream cheeses, yeah. Like cream cheese is pretty expensive here in South Africa. Mine is third. Love again. We're going on an adventure. Life be lifing. Hoping you're having a holiday season, Lolo. Happy holiday season, Lolo. Thank you, Joy. Thinking about a Joy essay. May not have a big cheese. Yeah, as we do. Yeah. You friends have a lot of dairy. Your American friends have like a lot. We have a decent amount of dairy as well, but I think you friends like literally dwarf the entire world market with how much cheese you have in just your country. It would cost more than it does. Yeah. Hey Google, how much cream cheese do I need for my cheesecake? A brick, 8 ounce, 8 ounces. Hey Google, how much is 8 ounces in grams? 200. What? That's all? I mean, it might not be that expensive then. I mean, if it's only 220 grams, like it won't be that expensive, technically speaking. I think it's more expensive than the average cake you can buy in South Africa, right? Like it'll be more expensive than a cheesecake, like a a chocolate cake or a vanilla cake or a type of sponge cake or like a carrot cake. And it is technically a little bit more finicky, right? Like because it has the capacity to collapse and stuff like that as well. So you might end up making more than one. When you demold it, bits of it might come out. Like it's like maybe I've been a little bit tainted by my mom's perspective. Like since she like does baking for other people and she sells stuff, that changes her objectives. Where if I'm baking something for myself, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't turn out perfect. It'll still taste good. Lighter fluid makes more sense. Like naphtha, for some reason, naphtha and ether were the same word in my mind for a bit there. Hey Google, what are the differences between naphtha and ether? Mm, naphtha comes in many varieties. Each are referred to by separate names, such as petroleum ether, petroleum spirits. That's literally what it was. Mineral spirits, paraffin, benzene, hexane, ligroin, white oil or white gas, painters, naphtha, refined solvent naphtha, and varnish makers, painters, naphtha. So yeah, it is actually ether. How about that? It is petroleum ether. That's another name for it, but the name on the box is naphtha. Yeah, I was like gonna tune myself, being like, this is how I'm wrong. Actually, maybe I'm not completely at the very least. It's not. It didn't have naphtha on the box though. So that being said, does mean there's some room for consideration. Sending Ginger the will to stand up his pitiful self. Doc is like mangling on his neck and he's just like, yes. His pitiful self. Tahoe, love to you. Throw ball for a hound. Melt, they want to play. The doggos play by themselves. They're like on adventures right now. Like Yuri came back from his adventure, but Eva and Pippi are like going and doing their little small ventures. So do I. It's better than a fidget spinner. I remember the first time I experienced real mountains, something truly magical about them. I want to be on top of a mountain again. Feels like it's been a while since having that top-down view completely. Safe travels to you. Love to you too, Lolo. How big of cheesecake can you make of a single block? That's also probably the other thing. Sounds like a small cheesecake. It might be. Safe travels and exciting views to you, Lolo. So much love. The crunch of joys. Bless. Mountains are awesome. I've been skating frozen lakes while we wait for the snow to come. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Ice skating. That does sound like a lot of fun, bro. Like the whole being able to ice skate on lakes thing always in my mind seems like such a novelty. Like it doesn't get that cold here in South Africa, right? And I've been ice skating a total of 2 times in my whole, no, 3 times. Almost lied to you there. I've been ice skating a total of 3 times in my entire life, right? And like every single time it was great fun. And the fact that you friends have like big bodies of water that freeze over, you can go and do that. That is really cool to me. Tahoe, the dream seems to continue giving, bro. Simon, I have aspirations to make a biscuit, basaqua, basque, a something style cheesecake with a beautiful burnt crust. That does sound nice. French cheesecake, Sam. Like French toast? Like French fries? I'll melt. I don't mean to freak you out, but there are mountains right behind you. Don't say stuff like that, Genevieve. There are mountains right behind me. It's true. It's true. But they're on people's property, Genevieve. Those are technically owned mountains. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can punch in a little bit. See if I can show you. There we go. You see that? That right there? Wait, see my finger. There we go. That right there is a path. It's like a road. There's someone who made that road. And there's a one there as well. So like technically this is like, where's my finger now again? Like this right here is someone's property and like it cuts into that mountain as well. So it's not just me not wanting to do that, but like it's a wow, people own mountains in Africa. People own mountains all over the world. Like it's a property thing. I want to own a mountain. I'd let people hike and camp on it. I want to own a mountain as well, weirdly enough, Tahoe. But I want to build a village inside of it. It's interesting to see our differences. I mean, you can still hike and camp on the mountain. It can be a a residence as well. Big steep road. Oh yeah, like you're not gonna comfortably walk up that one. I mean, you can, but it's gonna be a mission. People drive up those roads with their trucks to feel cool as well, but it doesn't happen a lot, as you can imagine. I have actually set the intention to do a stream from the mountain pointing towards the house, right? Just to like have that as like the paradox, like we've spent so many time sitting here at the house, streaming towards the mountains, reversing that fractal towards here. I feel would be special. So I still have that in my mind to do. I'll have to go up there and see if I have signal. Like I'll have to go like early morning, see if I can get up there, see if I have cell reception up there in the mountains, and then come back down, get all my stuff, and then head back up again. Maybe even do my yoga up there. The big problem is it's going to be literally on top of a mountain, so there ain't gonna be no trees for me to sit in the shade of. There might be. There are trees up there, but I don't know how big they are. Scale is wonky at this distance, but I do want to do it. So thank you, friends, for encouraging me. Are those mountain range roads public use? I don't think so, or private. I think they're private roads. I'll have to ask my dad. They have been up there, but I'm pretty sure it's private roads. I think you have to enter people's property to get to those mountains. Talk about mountain pose. That would be a pretty cool mountain pose. Not gonna lie, you're right, Joviv. Doing a mountain pose on the mountain sounds pretty cool, actually. Okay, without further ado, card time. My hair is starting to fall apart, so I feel like it's time. My code is getting unspinned. Joyviv, your Manifest Destiny perk means that you can make any rough terrain a road with your sheer will and arrogance alone. That's hilarious. Yeah. Technically, right, if you want to break the laws, you can do whatever you want to. Don't quote me on that, please. But Mel said, if I break laws, I can do whatever I want to. Yeah, but you're breaking the laws. You can do whatever you want to, but it doesn't mean do whatever you want to do is going to be met with no resistance. I love you, Sam. We do. This is today's card. It is upside down, but I'm going to show it to you right side up. The gratitude card. Card number 38. Yeah. I feel it is easier to talk to someone when they are more grateful rather than less, right? This is me trying to connect to today's stream topic. Like if someone is completely ungrateful and angry and unsatisfied, it's a little bit harder to want to talk to that person than the other way around, right? So an extra layer for us to pay attention to. You can have whatever you want and pay for it. Okay, one more time. Look at them turtles. Man, these cards are getting pretty dirty, actually. Layer by layer by layer, as they stick close to one another. Five flower sun, golden ratio. It's holding a little shell. A conch for your exploration. I hope today's stream makes you feel a little bit better today, Mel. You friends have, seriously. Like I was feeling a little bit down, but you friends help. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Are you ready to know what it means? One more time. Okay. Appreciation and thankfulness. Ooh, no. The reverse meaning goes as such: you have slipped into apathy. Look around and rekindle your appreciation for things, large and small. Hey Google, define apathy. Lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. Have I? Have I seemed a little bit more apathetic to you, friends? Don't say yes. Don't you say yes. You really like you should say no, Mel. You're perfect. You're so great. I'm joking, of course. Little bit, maybe a little bit. So I'm taking this lesson. I'm receiving. Thank you, Sacred Geometry. Thank you. I'm grateful for this lesson. Appreciation and thankfulness. A golden spiral within a circle. Here symbolizes offering prayers of appreciation and gratitude for all of life's gifts. Spirals represent, we talked about spirals yesterday as well, goodness, more. Spirals represent the purest form of moving energy. Therefore, they are a perfect means of expression for sending into consciousness your prayers of gratitude. The priest figure sits at sunset, consciously acknowledging and giving thanks for this glorious, beautiful world all around us. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. Appreciation brings understanding and awareness of the miracles that occur all around us every day. Looking through grateful eyes increase our ability to see beyond ourselves and enjoy life more completely. Choosing this card brings a message of appreciation from the cosmos to your very own heart. Give thanks for your amazing heart, which moves energy through your body so that you may live in the physical world. Give thanks as you open your heart and develop the intelligence that resides there. Living with gratitude is a part of your sacred path. Appreciation of your own divine nature and that of everything around you will assist you to experience expanded awareness and appreciation for all that is. Gratitude is such a simple thing, and yet one of the most powerful energies we can engage. Start each day in gratitude and appreciation and see how your world expands as you move through your day. Take moments here and there to connect with your appreciation for the abundance and love that fills your life. Notice how much more beautiful the world appears as you offer yourself the gift of gratitude. I just got deja vu. Nice. Love is true. What a stream. No, Mel, you're too passionate to be apathetic. Joy Vive was like, yeah. Joy Vive understood the assignment perfectly. Lovins to you. Thank you, Joy Vive. Absolutely. Bought a neighbor electric so he can cook and eat in poverty. And what I came home to dopamine rush immense. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that means. You bought your neighbor an electric grill? Maybe? So he can cook and eat while he's in poverty? And when you came home, the dopamine rush was immense because of you buying that thing for your neighbor. I'm guessing. I took his top up fob key to shop and smashed 20 on it, so never gave cash. I don't know. I'm trying to understand. Love is true either way. Sending love across the world via satellite, of course. You have Starlink? Nice, Tahoe. Literally communicating via satellite right now, bro. There's things in space out there that's letting us connect with one another. What a trip. Simon, you're so sweet to care for your neighbors. Absolutely. Do you like put coins in the meter? How does the electric work there? Oh, maybe it's like, yeah, maybe it's like the actual electricity or something. Top up his fob key, smash 20 on it. So never gave cash power. Yeah. So he put $20, smashed like $20 on it. Like maybe like with like card or something. Subsidizing electric. Love is true. Thank you, Simon, for being like that, bro. Maybe like the next step could be like having a solar panel on the top of the roof or something, or maybe even like at your window. They have these solar panels that like connect to balconies as well right now. Correct. Bless. Sending you love. I'm gonna try and silence those bugs, and then I'm gonna try and play some kalimba for you friends. Hey bugs! Hey bugs! I'm gonna throw rocks at you, bro. I have a big stick here. One of those bugs already know I'm coming for them. Oh! Bug one silenced. Bug two silenced. Yeah. It's like playing games, bro. Freaking reality. Cricket's rage. Ah, doesn't that feel like almost psychedelic in nature? Suddenly the silence. That's nice. That's real nice. Okay. Gonna connect you, turn you on. And now for the part of the stream where Melt throws planks at trees. Found a way. Humans are amazing. Problem solvers. Like if we're nothing if we're not problem solvers. I have to be in stream. Olha paprikis. Olha piapi. Olha malísimos. She's like, bro, you stop. Bro. Where did you stop, bro? I want to show you a beautiful scene. Is that it? With on clouds? Yeah, that is pretty nice. You're right. And that's gonna be it. Pippi running into the horizon as well. Let's go. just like that, our stream has come to its natural end. Bzz, 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 bzz. My mouth on the way. Humans are amazing. Love is true. Gorgeous. Gotta run. Love to you. Love with Xana. See you soon, dear friend. Taha. Stay cool. If you do too. Isn't it odd how we can be so gentle with ourselves of time of light, heartedness, and in contrast, analyzing how we speak to ourselves when things get heavy. A great reminder to speak to yourself as you would speak to the friends who seek you. Oh, what a beautiful point that is to make, especially with today's stream topic in mind. Thank you, Jovan. Like we were talking today about being that friend that people want to come and talk to, right? Forgetting, not even mentioning from myself, the fact that you need to be that person in your own life as well, right? You need to want to talk to yourself, not be scared of what that version of you is going to say. Thank you, Joe, for choosing to say things lovingly. And with that in mind, we'll read our Joify Chan message that goes something like, have the most affirming day, everyone. You are for really realzers. So truthfully, superly, massively, duperly, muchly, dearly loved and appreciated. Darn worthy of it. Modest, not more. I mean modest. You flatter me. All of you and all of you. Oh, so very reliably, engagingly, honorably, enchantingly, delightfully, captivatingly, consistently, comfortingly, endearingly, divinely, authentically, wholesome, humanimal critter creatures. I wanna. I see with, and then I thought there was gonna be more to it, but I wanna finish it by saying humanimal critter creatures that show up as people that other want to talk to. I didn't finish. Hang on. No, sorry. Sorry. With I didn't finish. Hang on. Yeah. You beautiful friends that allow us, to have a conversation with. Because even though, right, like I do believe today's stream topic was kind of aligning with the fact that you need to be that person that people want to talk to. And I still stand by that. If you aren't there for people to talk to you, whether they want to talk to you or not, it would be impossible to, right? So you friends have already uh, facilitated, fulfilled. You've already brought your side of the equation. I don't know how, like the exact terminology I want to use. The conditions. You have already met half the conditions. That's the exact right terminology, right? You have already met at least half the exact right definitions to be someone that others want to talk to because you're here to be talked to with your animal critter creatures with the words to share. I panicked. It's perfect. Love is true. Thank you so much, beloved friends, for joining me. I love you, all of you. You should love yous too. Absolutely. Reach out for support. We're here with you. We have a Discord. If you don't want to reach out in the big messages, look at that big tab. See names. You'll see names and you'll notice names that are showing up in this stream as well. And if you click on one of those names and you send them a direct message and you go like, "Yo, friend, I'm having a hard time. You want to just have a chat with me so we can talk about this?" There will be people that will be there for you. They might not respond instantaneously, but they'll respond eventually. And when that eventually comes, you will be loved. I thank you, friends, for joining me again, for choosing to show up, having this conversation with me today. I love you so much. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye now, dear friends. Until tomorrow. Love you.